What's up, Banger fans? Sam Astroth here, and I'm super excited to bring you my first album review of 2024. What have I been up to? Well, I finished last year with an EP and a music video called Villain Arc. I also just came back from my first show in LA, so yeah, things are going pretty well. This week, I'm reviewing the 9th full-length album from the Masters of Shredding on guitar. It's DRAGONFORCE. That was the shredtastic lead single from the speed/power metal titans DRAGONFORCE's new album called Warp Speed Warriors, out today, March 15th on Napalm Records. DRAGONFORCE originated back in 1999 in London, England, and have put out 9 full-length albums so far. The band currently consists of original members and guitarists Herman Lee and Sam Totman, vocalist Mark Hudson, drummer G. Anzalone, and newly recruited bassist Alicia Vigil. As you all may know, they first became famous from their platinum selling single Through the Fire and Flames of the album Inhuman Rampage, which dropped back in August of 2006. The song became a huge hit amongst guitar enthusiasts and became the talked among challenge to beat in games like Guitar Hero, Brutal Legend, and Rock Band due to the insane amounts of shredding in it. DRAGONFORCE in general are known for composing their songs with long and fast guitar solos, fantasy-themed lyrics, retro video game influenced sounds, which cultivated them a worldwide recognition as well as a Grammy nomination. So, how does their 9th full-length album, Warp Speed Warriors, measure to their historic career? Well, let's find out. Now, you don't speak of DRAGONFORCE without mentioning speed. And with an album titled like Warp Speed Warriors, you bet you're getting things turned up to 11 almost the entire time. Like this. With a burning heart, eyes fire from our eyes. With a burning heart, see how the winds will change. If we burn, that's how we are. In the sky of a million stars. With a burning heart, we'll fight another day. Probably my favorite song on the album because of how crazy it is. The album in whole has speed in plenty fashion, from fast-paced rhythmic delivery that switches to soaring leads and crazy falsettos to blast beats and crazy fast double bass drum playing to, of course, insane shredding from Herman Lee and Sam Totman. Again, you don't talk about DRAGONFORCE without mentioning the word shred. The entire band is themed around epic guitar wizardry, and this album is no different. Right off the bat, the album starts with the song you heard earlier, Astro Warrior Anthem, which is a near 7-minute epic composition that consists of crazy fast riffs that switches to epic chords for the chorus section, crazy long dual solo section, and even a Dimmu Borgir-like pomelo breakdown. The album's riffs aren't all fast-paced. You get plenty of variety throughout the album, and sometimes the riffs slow down to build epic feelings, like in the song Kingdom of Steel. Koss, Cornplay. What do you get when you put Abbath, Black Veil Brides, and Jonathan Davis in one band? Well, you get something like this. We all know DRAGONFORCE likes to have fun, and being too serious is obviously not the band's intention, at least on the image or visual or presentation side. So yeah, in this video, they had fun and did some choreographed moves and dressed up like different characters. Whether you take DRAGONFORCE seriously or not, these guys are all really talented musicians and showcase it quite well. The reason I mention that is because from a marketing standpoint, this video being one of the first songs that they put out from this album, I feel it didn't quite come off as funny as they intended it to, and I was rather confused at the direction the band was taking. Every other video they released afterwards fits more of the band's image and brand, and this one just felt a bit out of place to me and maybe could have been left out of this album. DRAGONFORCE are great at storytelling and world building. They can easily create theme songs for video games, movies, final fight scenes, and just about anything that needs epic shredding and over-the-top vibes. They've done this very well for their last 25-year career and have cultivated a massive following worldwide, as their millions of streams and views on Spotify and YouTube and many world tours with other metal giants would prove to you. They're also very good at creating harmonized good vibe in the worldwide metal scene. If you saw these guys live, you would know that they brought up many well-known musicians from many different bands, including our very own Nick Nocturnal, to play with them live. They even collaborated with international bands like Baby Metal, and as for this album, it features Elise Red from Amaranth on an alternative version of Doomsday Party, and they even did a sweet cover of Taylor Swift's Wildest Dreams. Now, you may like these or not, but we need more harmony and acceptance in the metal world and need to appreciate what's new and innovative and have an appeal to fans of other genres so that metal as a whole can get more worldwide acknowledgement and longevity as a genre. If you're a fan of Legend of Zelda, then, oh boy, you are totally gonna drool over this.
We need a hero in the magical land of Hyrule. A hero fueled by all ghosts and ghouls, with the power to save us from Ganon's dark force tonight. Fighting through the overworld fast as lightning, with the thunder and rain behind him, to the castle to crush the evil demon's wrath tonight. For the Twilight Princess and the evil priestess, for the lost treasure chest far beyond the sky. See the legend rising from the gates of time now. Oh, feel the magic of the Master Sword.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time is my favorite video game of all time. The way the storytelling, the story building of that game went, the way Link's character develops, the puzzles you have to solve, the platforming, the combat, and the boss fights, everything about the game is simply legendary. DRAGONFORCE are obviously huge fans of the game, as well as part of the Triforce is about as epic as you can possibly get for a tribute to this classic. Throughout the 10 songs, DRAGONFORCE showcase why they have stayed relevant and been a force to reckon with for the last 25 years. Their songwriting and shredding capabilities are still top tier, and this album is a proof of that. Therefore, I'm giving Warp Speed Warriors a solid 4 out of 5 skulls here on Overkill Reviews. Alright, before I get into the albums, I'd like to give a special shout out to Mats Eriksson for sending me his new brutal, funny, and epic book called Death, the Antidote to Misery. The book is filled with many references to legendary metalheads, stories, and jokes that are geared for metalheads, as well as some epic metal and dark art. Check it out. So then, first up, I got the self-titled album from none other than the mastermind who created Emperor. This is Ishan with his 8th full-length album, released back in February 16th through Candlelight Records. Throughout the 11 songs, this Norwegian black metal legend flexes his symphonic and progressive muscles and gives us a solid record that showcases many sides of Ishan we have come to know and love. This is a decrepit concept album with twists and turns, a dual-layered album that interlocks prog metal with symphonic elements and black metal atmosphere. Next up, I got the Belgian death metal maniacs aborted with their 12th full-length album titled Vault of Horrors, also out today, March 15th, through Nuclear Blast Records. This is a 10-track horror movie concept album with a special feature. The feature being that every single track features a different vocalist from a different death metal band. I don't think it's ever been done before. Alright, get a load of this. We get Bendur from Shadow of Intent, Francesco Paoli from Flesh God Apocalypse, Johnny from Angel Maker, Steve Morris from Despised Icon, Matt McGuckey from Scriptopsy, Jason Evans from Ingested, Hal from Blasphemous, Oliver Ray Ellerin from Archspire, David Simonuk from Signs of the Swarm, and Ricky Hoover from Obsulfur. Last but not least, I got the Swedish black and death metal band Necrophobic with their latest album In the Twilight Grey, which also came out today, March 15th, through Century Media Records. This being the band's 10th full-length album, fittingly it has 10 songs in total Necrophobic fashion. 10 solid slabs of riff-driven, melody-ridden barrage of what they do best, with a flurry of tasty vocals, relentless drumming, and blistering solos to boot. Necrophobic are not showing any signs of slowing down 35 years into the game, and they often have catchy and memorable songs in each of their albums, as well as some experimental songwriting that should please fans looking for a variety. Definitely worth repeat listens. Alright, Banger friends, there you have it. Until next time, ciao.
A hero in the magical land of Hyrule. A hero fueled by all ghosts and ghouls, with the power to save